Hello, this is second part of Lecture 17. In the first part, we started talking about developing an advertising campaign. We are now at step 5, media plan. So cost is a troublesome consideration because there is no accurate way to compare cost of one medium over another. So the main thing is to get the most out of each dollar spent. So return on investment in marketing has become a very important KPI for advertisers and marketers nowadays. One of the indicators of the cost is cost comparison, cost per thousand impressions, so CPM. So the cost of reaching 1,000 people using different mediums. As we all witness today, digital marketing is creating dramatic shifts for advertising agencies. So digital marketing is not reduced to one medium but can include platforms such as ebooks, iPads, geo-targeting, and mobile apps. Particularly about geo-targeting, that means that imagine you walk into your supermarket and because of your um, GPS built in your phone, the company advertiser, for example, uh, Pepsi, knows that you entered the supermarket where their new product is placed. So they could, and they know that you are a fan of Pepsi. So they would try to target you through your mm, Facebook account or through your Telegram account, send you a coupon or send you an advertising trying to um, get you try their new flavor of Pepsi. Okay, so agencies that embrace the new advertising media are facing challenges in adapting, but also finding increased profitability. Now in Uzbekistan, almost all the bloggers are their the most income is from advertising. So they're becoming big advertising medium on, especially on Telegram. So like media selection decisions, media scheduling decisions are affected by numerous factors such as target audience characteristics, product attributes, product seasonality, customer media behavior, and size of the advertising budget. When it comes to scheduling, there are three main approaches. Continuous, so means that throughout the year or throughout a period, your advertising appears at continuously, non-stop. Flighting means that it advertising runs for a certain period of time, and then there are some periods where your advertising stops. For example, in winter, ice cream advertising stops. Or pulsing advertising, where you combine some of your advertising, for example, uh, continues is shown continuously in media, but and then have some flighting schedule, some a portion of advertising runs with you know during certain part of the year or the period. Now about advertising message. The basic content and form of an advertising message are a function of several factors. Again, product features, uses and benefits, the intensity of the advertising, um, characteristics of people in the target audience, the advertising campaign's objectives and platform, and choice of media. Copy is the verbal portion of the advertisement. For example, in this print advertising, which was a part of integrated marketing communication of milk, right? The copy is protein to save the day, right? 8 grams in every 8 ounce of glass. Got milk, right? So they're trying to promote milk. So this part is the copy. So headlines, critical as people often only read headlines. Subheadlines links the headlines to the body copy, and body copy usually consists of several paragraphs. And signature identifies advertisement sponsor and may include trademark, logo, name, address, or website. So you can see all that here. Headline, subheadline, right? And even signature here. Thebreakfastproject.com. So a radio copy should be informal and conversational to attract listeners' attention. By the way, I participated in establishment and marketing advertising of the office market brand in Uzbekistan, which is stationery for stationery sales. And I was the one who wrote the first radio copy. In television copy, the audio material must not overpower the visual material and vice versa, like creating noise. In many ads, actually, there's too much noise. Storyboard is a blueprint that combines copy and visual material to show the sequence of major scenes in a commercial, like TV or video commercial. So step by step showing what's going to happen at each stage. This is a sample storyboard of TV commercial. So this there may be other images in between, but the storyboard shows the major images, how it should be shown from which angle. So the filming filming people they can give the exact shots. Now artwork is an advertisement's illustrations and layout. Um, So they try to communicate an idea quickly and convey ideas difficult to express. Important because consumers tend to better recall the visual rather than the verbal portions. So on the internet, you can search and find many creative ads. I don't know why in Uzbekistan there's very few creative billboard ads. They're just plain text. I mean, just plain paper. But look at this toothpaste advertising. So it shows that someone, ripping the billboard with his teeth, right? Which is if you know the material used for billboards is very strong plastic. And the execution part of an advertisement campaign requires extensive planning and coordination because many tasks must be completed on time with several people and firms involved. Because the consumers they do not see the execution or executioners, they see the final advertising campaign. So it must be seamless, right? That's why we talked about integrated marketing communications earlier. Some possible contributors to the campaign are production companies, research organizations, media firms, printers, and commercial artists. Implementation requires detailed schedules to ensure various phases are done on time. And probably this is one of the most difficult parts. And of course, it doesn't stop there. Marketers have to evaluate their work all the time in order to measure their effectiveness. of their advertising campaign and return on investment. A variety of ways exist to test effectiveness, including measuring achievement of advertising objectives, assessing effectiveness of copy, illustrations, or layouts, and evaluating the effectiveness of certain media. Advertising can be evaluated before, during, and after campaigns. So pre-test can be done in smaller groups. You can call them consumer jury, a panel of products existing or potential buyers who pre-test the ads. They're shown the ad and they're asked whether the ad is effective on several criteria. To measure effectiveness during a campaign, marketers use inquiries or responses. And post-test evaluation of advertising effectiveness after the campaign. Objectives often determine what kind of post-test is appropriate, whether it is sales, brand awareness, or others. So some of the post-test methods are recognition test. Respondents are shown the actual ad and asked if they recognize it. Unaided recall test. Respondents are asked to identify advertisements they have seen recently but not given a recall clue. Aided recall test. Ask respondents to identify recent ads and provide clues to jog their memories. For example, screenshots of several TV ads could be given and asked, which one do you remember? Now, who develops the advertising campaign? It can be developed by an individual or a few people within a firm, in-house. Um, a firm's own advertising department may do the job, or the company may hire an advertising agency. Most of the marketing companies in Uzbekistan, they primarily do the advertising job. Now we turn to public relations. Public relations are communication efforts used to create and maintain favorable relations between an organization and its stakeholders, not just customers. Customers are also stakeholders, but PR is aimed at larger audience. Can be directed at either internal or external stakeholders. Public relations can be used to promote people, places, ideas, activities, and even countries. Now, take a look at this picture from BBC News Uzbek. This is plov, traditional Uzbek meal. Just a couple years ago, Uzbekistan made the largest plov, which was actually given a special certificate by Guinness Book of Records. This plov is more than 7 tons. You can read more about that on the news. You probably followed that while it was happening. So Uzbekistan made plov, largest plov in the world in a single pot, and this pot was specially made in Uzbekistan too. So and that was done primarily to attract tourists to Uzbekistan, to create publicity among potential tourists of Uzbekistan, as Uzbekistan being the home of plov. This is our national meal. So, some of the public relations tools. Companies use a variety of tools to convey message and create images. PR tools may include written materials such as brochures, newsletters, and annual reports. Corporate identity materials such as business cards, signs, and souvenirs. Speeches, event sponsorships, and special events. Now look at this special event and look who is behind it, right? So Red Bull Stratos project was actually a huge PR campaign which took place not long ago. They sent a man to the stratosphere. That's why it's called Red Bull Stratos. who jumped from the edge of space in a special suit and with a parachute. And this was like a very big publicity event for Red Bull. Press conferences with especially during product launches are also becoming very common. Started first with American companies and later copied by others. So this is also to create publicity. Journalists, bloggers are invited in a big auditorium, and also it's broadcast through internet in order to create publicity of new product introduction. So this table gives us some of the possible issues for publicity releases. Now, public relations also have to be evaluated. So environmental monitoring identifies changes in public opinion affecting an organization. So a public relations audit is used to assess an organization's public image or to evaluate the effect of a specific PR campaign. So communication audit may include a content analysis of messages and readability study or readership survey. Social audit is used when an organization wants to measure the extent to which stakeholders view the company as being socially responsible. Speaking about public relations, we should also note unfavorable public relations. So companies may have to deal with unexpected and unfavorable publicity resulting from an unsafe product, an accident resulting from product use, controversial actions of employees, or some other negative event or situation. Now, this is the area of risk management. The company should be ready with a PR campaign, for example, if there is a in car manufacturers, if there is any mechanical problem with cars, they should quickly recall all the cars and fix it for free. Or if oil company operations cause oil spill, on land or at sea, by quickly mobilizing forces to clean up. These are all responses which counter unfavorable public relations. It goes without saying that the negative events that generate public relations can wipe out companies' favorable image and destroy positive customer attitudes. So, how an organization deals with unfavorable actions and outcomes can have a significant impact on firm valuation. So, in Uzbekistan, few companies, actively deal with this, negative publicity. For example, Karzinka is very good at that. Karzinka has close relations with Потребители.uz, which is unofficial union of customers and protecting customer rights. So anything, and there are a lot of posts because Karzinka is so big. There are a lot of posts of something going wrong, spoiled product, expired product, or rude employees, and Karzinka tries to quickly take measures, and most of the time within a very short period of time. And even if the CEO of the company, Mr. Zafar Hashimov, even if he is abroad, he usually responds within few hours. So he has people in charge to take care of that and not to spread any negative publicity among customers. All right, I guess this is it for today. Thank you very much for your attention. Have a nice day. Here are my contacts for any questions or comments. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.